Enemy caution level rising. Cause is most likely concern over Unit 9S gaining access to tower.
Yeah, probably.
Out of my way!
I had a very strange lunch, though, I guess. Not that you need to know about that. It was a Korean barbecue burrito.
Alert. Allied signal detected.
Allies?
Oh, hey, it's you two.
Wait, you?
We never saw them in combat.
We've been expecting you. The two of us will take things from here. You need to open the door to the tower.
Devola? Popola? What are you doing here?
Remember your promise?
What are you talking about?
Come on, 9S. Hack in while you can.
None of this makes any sense!
We'll explain everything once we're inside.
Better. This slow zoom out. They're pretty good, actually.
We've got this, 9S. You just focus on hacking.
I could easily see them making this, like, last, like, 5 minutes. Just, like... make the final objective just, like... behind... like... 3 minutes worth of... ow. Oh, gosh dang it. Black boxes. Oh no.
What's this barrier?
Analysis. It is part of a closed defensive system.
Well, how do I break it down?
Hypothesis. Unit 9S could permit his self-consciousness data to lose control. The resulting energy surge has an acceptable probability of temporarily paralyzing the barrier.
That's almost as bad as not going in at all!
What happened?
It's the barrier.
Popola!
No, don't! You can't do anything! The wall's got a self-closing algorithm!
Devola and I, we have to atone for our sins no matter what!
But if you do that, your circuits will...
Devola! Right.
Devola!
I hope you don't regret this.
There was an item! I wanted that item. Also, you know, Babila. Devola and Popola. Get some backstory now. We should open it now or later? Now. Oh. Dusty wind kisses my cheeks, buried in sand, we press forward one step at a time. We have nowhere else to go, after all. It's our models, the Devola. Devola and Popola models are defective. Transitions in the project's initial phase. When first we woke, there were still people. They had flesh, egos, emotions, souls, and they issued us a single order. Function as observers of Project Gestalt. This is the sole mission of the twin Devola and Popola models. It is the only reason we exist at all. We were the latest model, though many companions shared our appearance. There was a sparkle in all our eyes, a sense of pride at having been entrusted with humanity's future. And yes, there was anxiety as well. But we existed as a pair, we shared destiny's burden as a pair. Because of that, all hesitation was swept away. Each pair was given their own cities as observation areas. We were ordered to guide the replicants with our own hands, all for the sake of the promised time that would one day arrive. We were the only ones who could handle such a duty. We were observers, after all. Ah, watch out! Devola staggers and falls in the soft, unforgiving sand. I hurry to her side and sigh with relief when I find that she's not seriously hurt. Are you alright? Sorry, sis. Guess I spaced out there for a bit. She smiles, the same Mariah smile I know so well, as she rubs absently at her leg. It is wrapped in a white bandage. Your bandage is coming undone. Here, let me change it. It's alright, Popola, come on. We have to go before we lose the light. We won't be going anywhere if sand gets into that thing. Quit whining and hold still, I'll be quick. Devola grunts and turns away. I take it as consent. Soon we are resting in the shade of a nearby rock as I pull the bandage free. Artificial skin, torn and bloodied, peeks out from beneath the bandage. Judging by Devola's current lack of ambulatory control, I imagine the circuitry underneath has been damaged as well. Taking a deep breath, I check the circuitry to see if it can be repaired. Place the bandage and hope for the best. I have an option here. Oh, is this now a text-based adventure? Visual novel? As expected, wiring in the nerve circuitry has been damaged. Placing will require new connectors as well as some tools. None of which is easy to find in the desert. Sorry about this, sis, mutters Devola. That wry smile again. Kills me every time. Don't you dare apologize, I respond. You've done nothing wrong. I calmly change the bandage, trying not to let my worry show. Make it as tight as possible so no sand can slip aside. That's all I can do until I get proper materials. That's going to be a tall order, considering our current condition. I'm sorry, sister. Okay, now you're apologizing. We both apologize while insisting the other's apology isn't necessary. It's kind of funny in a way. Such trivial exchange under such circumstances. We laugh together, the sound echoing off the desert before being stolen by the cool evening wind. Report regarding the increase in relapses. There has to be some way to prevent relapses. Devola's sharp voice echoes through our private quarters. You must be quiet, sister. The replicants will hear. Pfft, they won't understand even if they did. They might be true, but regardless. Annoyed by hesitation, Devola crosses her legs and scowls. The black scrawl took another victim. That's 3 this month. It's spreading way too fast. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm tired of hearing you say that. Her shout makes me jump just a little, but enough for her to notice. Seeing that, her eyes open wide. Sorry, sis, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have lashed out at you like that. It's okay, I understand. It's all going wrong, you can feel it too, right? When I was first assigned to Project Gestalt, I was over the moon with pride, but now my chest hurts just to even think about it. If I were to fail, before we knew it, the replicants had gained a sense of self, and the black scrawl started raging out of control. It moved fast. So fast. Like a wind. Popola and I would go to the room and act like it was all okay. We talked to the replicants as if we didn't have a care in the world, but at night we just told each other and shared the horror of it all. I'm glad you were with me, murders Popola. I could have handled it being an observer all alone. We were able to endure because we had each other, I reply softly. Did the humans see this coming? Is that why they made a twin model? Were they really so clever? Were they really so cruel? I couldn't have done this by myself. I would have descended into madness. I simply couldn't bear such burden all alone. When I get the chance, I'm going to try contacting another city, she says. Maybe these abnormalities are a localized phenomenon. I pray that's the case, I reply. Even if we're no use to ourselves, things will still work out. The other observers can pull through. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. But it wasn't okay. Nothing was okay. All thanks to a pair of Devola and Popola models from another town. Oh god, am I like halfway through the dialogue? Am I like 3/4 of the way through? The wind rubs my cheeks. The sand grazes my skin. It's grown cold out here. We walk with renewed purpose, hoping to make up for lost time. Devola loses her balance every now and then. It gets bad after a while. I slip myself under her arm so she won't fall again, and we press on. Is your leg alright? Well, I'll doubt be dancing anytime soon, but yeah, it's fine. She smiles as she says this, but I can tell she doesn't have much left, and yet she continues to smile. Also, don't worry. I remember when our resistance allies injured her leg. I was furious, beyond furious. Beyond fury, I wanted to scream and cry and lose myself in it. But then she smiled, and all that rage just drifted away. To think we have the same face, yet such different smiles. One day I realized how much she reminded me of the martyrs I'd seen in old records. That was the day we decided to leave our town forever. Okay, end. Our role as observers ended the day Project Gestalt collapsed, all due to the actions of Devola and Popola models from another town. With the original Gestalt lost, humanity was doomed to an inevitable extinction. Knowing this, we gathered what remaining replicant data we could find and launched it to the surface of the moon. And though success was as unlikely as finding a lost sand grain in the desert, we still had to attempt it. Still had to try. We were androids, you see. Protecting humanity was our instinct. Other androids, beholden to that same instinct, began to direct their hate at their Devola and Popola models who'd stuffed out humanity. Started small, a few offhand remarks, the occasional glance, but even the smallest things have weight, and with enough of them combined, that weight eventually became a boulder. Emotions boiled over, remarks became jeers, and soon enough, my sister and I were the perfect target for persecution. At first, we simply accepted the facts that our friends had turned on us. It was almost unavoidable, I supposed. We are observers for Project Gestalt, after all. And while we didn't cause it to fail, the people who did, well, they looked just like us. So we accepted it. We took the resentment and scorn we endured. Because as crazy as it sounds, I think we actually felt responsible. We moved from town to town in an effort to avoid persecution, but in one such town, my seemingly infinite patience finally broke. My sister, Devola, met with unprovoked violence at the hands of a resistance member. She said something in response to his taunts, something quiet, and though her words were ambiguous, he slashed her leg nearly in two. Her vision narrowed, everything went red, and then she smiled at me. It's okay, sis, there's nothing we can do. But it was too late, my emotions were no longer in my control. Simply not strong enough to stand aside and let the most important person in the world come to harm. Devola and I left town that same day. Violence like that wouldn't stop, it was going to happen again. And it wouldn't be coming from just one person. So rather than let them kill us, we ran. I guess it was the greatest resistance I could muster. We lose the sun as the dark clouds gather overhead. We continue our march. A cold wind blasts us, stealing what little body heat we have left. Smell rain in the air. We continue our march. Sometimes we hear owls. Animals howling in the distance. Makes us flinch every time. But we continue our march, because even this is better than suffering at the hands of our fellow androids. Why must we suffer this persecution? I know we're the same model as the androids who doomed humanity, so I understand that part. At least a little, anyway. At the same time, we're not them. We're not the same. We are who we are, and that Devola and Popola, who were who they were. That's how I felt, and when I saw Devola being hurt, I wanted to shout at everyone, I wanted to scream. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one Devola. And for her, there's only me. No one can take the other's place. Rain falls from the sky. It stimulates our sensation nerves like cold needles. We need maintenance badly. That's a pipe dream, I suppose. No other android would dare help a pair of outcasts like us. Are you cold, Devola? I'm alright as long as you're with me, sis. I feel the same. We press our bodies together to try and retain heat. It's cold now, much worse than the searing heat of midday. We just smile at each other and keep pressing on. There's another camp on the other side of the desert, a new camp. If we can just get there, I can finally fix Devil's leg. Yet I wonder if there's anyone on this planet who will take us. Hey, what's wrong? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. I do what I can to suppress the anxiety in my chest and just keep walking. The rain grows worse. It lashes at us without pause. Is this our punishment? I reach out and... touch Devola's cheek. The rain flows down her cheeks like tears. I reach over and gently wipe it away. She smiles, but seems surprised. There's no point in doing that, you know, she whispers. But there is. Because I swore to myself I would stay with her forever. And that is the fate we twin androids have been assigned. Okay, I've streamed for a long time before, but that's like, I think, the most I've read in succession, like in a short period, since I started. The failure to manage the area resulted in the collapse of the Gestalt system, led to the decimation of the human race. Due to the discovery of its instability, Twin System was removed from future android production designs. Following the incident, the Devola and Popola models were not dismantled. However, in order to prevent further unexpected behavior, they underwent a memory wipe. Furthermore, they were reprogrammed to generate constant feelings of guilt.
That is all that remains from their personal record during the era in which they were referred to as administrators.
I see.
Query: why do the androids Devola and Popola seem to prefer death over surviving alone? There was a very high probability that at least one could have escaped.
I hope you never have to understand.
Affirmative.